Why did these Americans, Canadians, and Europeans decide their lives would be better in Peru? I've spent 16 years visiting and living off and on in Peru, and recently 3 months interviewing a dozen expats, from entrepreneurs in their 30s to retirees in their 70s, across Lima, Cusco, Arequipa, Piura, and the northern coast. And what I found surprised me. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 advantages that convinced them to make the move. No fluff and no BS, just the real benefits that could possibly change your life. Let's get into it. Let's start with what everyone wants to know about: money. Your dollars stretch so much further here. A comfortable lifestyle in Lima costs between $1,000 and $2,000 a month. This includes a decent apartment, eating out regularly, and even household help if you want it. If you're younger and alone like me and working remotely, you can live really well on anything between $1,000 and $3,000 a month in a way that would cost you $3,000 to $10,000 back in the States. But here's what really blew my mind: healthcare. I interviewed a couple from Chicago who had experienced the medical system in Poland, and they mentioned that Arequipa has even better care than in Europe. Check out George and Yvonne's story here. As for me, I needed 2 root canals and dental crowns put in while I was here. It was something I had been putting off for a while, but the cost in Lima, Peru shocked me. I got both root canals and dental crowns put in for about $800 to $1,000. In the States, that would have been $4,000 to $6,000 easily. The dentists were professional, the clinics were modern, and the work done was excellent. How about pharmacies and medicine? It's a real game changer. You can get antibiotics, acid reflux medicine, all without a prescription for a fraction of what you pay in the US. Omeprazole costs between $3 to $5 for a full month supply. Need amoxicillin? No prescription necessary. It costs just a few dollars, maybe $5. For those of us in our 40s, 50s, and 60s managing chronic conditions or just everyday health needs, this accessibility is incredible. Private insurance for someone around my age in their 30s and 40s can run as little as $50 to $100 a month. For folks in their 60s who want the public option, you can pay as little as $30 a month. Check out Bob's story here, who mentions what he does in Magdalena del Mar in Lima. And if you're in your 60s and need private insurance, you'll be paying around $100 to $200 per month. Clinics like Clínica Anglo-Americana in Lima rival North American standards. To see a deep dive into a story of insurance and medical procedures done in Lima, check out Les's story here. Peru's geographic diversity means you can literally choose your ideal climate. Cities like Arequipa, Huaraz, Oxapampa, and Cusco offer the eternal spring, sunny days, cool nights, no need for AC or heater. Lima can be a fun place in the summer, January to March, but it has the eternal gray from June to November. It gets pretty cold there due to the humidity. In the winter, it never gets Minnesota cold, but in the summer, it never gets Cartagena hot. How about in the North Coast? I spent 6 weeks in Piura, and places like Máncora, Órganos, and Vichayito have year-round beach weather. Warm, sunny, perfect for surfing, swimming, or just relaxing. I personally spent Christmas one year on the beaches in Máncora. The water was cool and the sun was super hot. I loved it. But as you go south in Peru, getting closer to Lima, it slowly becomes a bit more temperate. And if you like it a little bit cooler, check out Kevin's story in Trujillo. He's an American in his 40s who married a Peruvian and decided to settle there. He loves the coastal desert climate, the proximity to the beaches, and how Trujillo offers that sweet spot between city amenities in that laid-back coastal living. Check out his story here. Whether you're dealing with joint or lung issues and you need a dry climate, you're a digital nomad or retiree that just loves the beach, or you just hate shoveling that Montana winter snow, Peru has your weather. I have to add this because it is incredibly life-changing. Peruvian food is world-class. My all-time favorite is probably Trio Marino, which has ceviche, arroz con mariscos, and chicharrón de pescado, so fresh it melts in your mouth. The best places that I tasted this cuisine were Máncora, Chimbote, Trujillo, and of course Lima. Basically, the coastal north. You'll find lomo saltado everywhere in the country. That'll ruin your stir-fry forever. You can also find anticuchos, which are skewers of meat, traditionally beef heart, that are an interesting change of pace. A fantastic local meal at a nice restaurant can cost you between $10 and $20 per person. In fact, the restaurant considered the best in the world is currently located in Barranco and Lima, and this is a full meal experience that I believe costs between $300 and $400 per person. On the other hand, if you want to go local and grab a menú del día, you can find that for $3 to $5 per person. This includes your appetizer, entree, and drink. I eat these menus almost every day because I absolutely loved them. The food markets are incredible as well. Fresh produce, exotic fruits you've never heard of, and people who will explain to you how to cook the things you don't recognize. For younger expats, Peru's culinary scene is thriving with fusion restaurants, craft breweries like Siete Vidas Taproom in Arequipa, and cafes that are just perfect for remote work. For older folks, the food is flavorful but not overly spicy. And you can find familiar options with burgers and pizzas such as Burger King, McDonald's, and Papa John's. You can even find Peruvian fusion versions of burgers, for example Bembos, alongside the traditional options that we just mentioned. Food becomes a genuine adventure here, and it's affordable enough to explore constantly. Peru offers incredible archaeology even in the major cities of Lima and Trujillo. You can check out colonial architecture and world-class museums all throughout the country that help you explore its living history, which I recommend specifically in Cusco. As a resident, you experience it differently than the tourists do. You have time to explore Machu Picchu on a quiet Tuesday, take cooking classes, and make the food at home that you personally buy with local ingredients from the mercado. Learn about and visit small pueblos with ancient textiles, and attend local religious festivals like the one that I saw in Cusco. For those in our 30s to 50s, there's a growing expat entrepreneurial community, language exchanges, hiking groups, and cultural meetups. I personally went to a language exchange in Lima, where I met an amazing American couple who were researching their retirement options in all of Latin America. Check out their video here if you're curious about their perspectives on Peru and Lima as an option. Truthfully, you can build a genuinely interesting social life, but there's something extra beautiful here. Peruvian culture respects people of all ages. Whether you're 35 or 75, you're addressed with señor or señora with genuine respect. People help without being asked, include you in conversation, and there's a collectivist warmth that feels so different from the individualism from back home. Multiple expats from many age groups mentioned feeling more connected to the community here than they did back in North America. That sense of belonging is priceless. Do you get bored easily in one city? Peru offers complete diversity within one country. Coastal Lima for urban amenities and amazing travel conveniences around Peru and abroad. Arequipa for perfect weather and a relaxed pace. Cusco for mountain culture and adventure tourism. Trujillo for coastal desert living with excellent archaeological sites nearby. Piura and the northern beaches for year-round summer vibes. Mancora especially is a digital nomad hotspot with co-working spaces and a young international community. What I suggest is to try different regions on a tourist visa before committing. Options of travel between them are plentiful and very affordable. A flight from Lima to Cusco, maybe around $50. I've even flown from Lima to Arequipa, without luggage of course, for $30. This flexibility means you can design the exact life that you want. So there you have it. Affordable world-class healthcare, perfect weather year-round, incredible food, genuine cultural respect, and total geographic freedom. But look, Peru is not perfect. Nowhere is. There are real challenges you need to know about. Bureaucracy, infrastructure issues, and some potential deal breakers. I cover all of this in my 5 cons video. Check that out here or in the description. And if this helped, hit subscribe, turn the notification bell on, or even consider joining the channel. And let me know if I missed any of the pros that you think make Peru the best place to live. Hasta la próxima.